XP VP roster, but after we saw that roster disband, they all went their separate ways. They all joined kind of tier 2, tier 3 teams, and I said that Snax was the only one that was really going to make it, and he absolutely has. It looks like he's dropped down, and now he's looking to climb all the way back up again. Anonymo, they get right into the pistol, and they take it by storm. Look at the relentless aggression.
Let's see what he can have to do now again in a 1v4. They'll look to do the odd bit of damage wherever possible, but swung unanimously by 3 different members. They delete him there. Damage is done either way. The Sinners, they take a fair bit of damage on the flip side. As we see these members push forward, Oskar, that's a beautiful shot onto Snax to get things at Mo. But once that flash goes down by K, he'll swing wide off the back of that. He spots out all of these members. Good for one. Tag down to just 2 HP. Will mean he has to hide, but Kylar's there to spot him with a kill of his own. Shock able to respond for K's able to come out on top as well. Putting it into this 2-on-2. Aggression through, but Oskar and Shock hit their shots. And now Innocent in a 1 versus 2. Low HP on both these members of Sinners, though. As Innocent pushes forward, he shuts down the first man into the 1v1. Flash in hand. Low HP on Shock. All it will take is a single bullet to finish him off. But he's bear in mind, all it will take is a single bullet from Shock aimed at Innocent's head to kill him. Who comes out on top? It comes down to timing for Shock. He hits the shots. Oh my God. They've got 4 players ready to hold A, and the Sinners go for the straight execution. They're going to be more than happy to try and refute this. K good for 1, traded out by ZEDKO. Follow-up flash means that Innocent can just hide, but too late in wait. NEOFRAG good for another, and there's Innocent hit for 2. It's now into a 2-on-2 once again. Shock, though, able to respond up from Abs. That should allow Sinners to push forward and make it 4, but in the process, it's now down to mynio in a 1 versus 2. Famas in hand, that saved Famas from earlier. Let's see if he can get the mileage out of it that's required to try and topple Sinners.
Well, a 2-on-1 for mynio. Definitely doable, especially with Oskar low on health. Seems to have an idea where Shock's playing from. Manages to dink him. Now he's going to isolate the fight with Oskar, who's unsuspecting. Holding the angle with the AWP. Not expecting him to come on top of the box, but a whiff shot there from mynio. He's got no kit. He needs to speed this up. Shock knows it. Just hiding. mynio, I'm surprised he's not going for the spams here. He thinks that Shock's maybe crossed over to bit. As he taps the bomb, it's going to bait the swing, but Shock finds it anyway. He'll be able to take...
It definitely was an opening, but without a kill, it means that Neo can still shoot back. And as these long swings go down, eventually Snax is able to shut him down. There's the opening now. When as a follow-up aggression comes through, we see Sinners ready to hit towards this A site. Through long, it's going to be K who just hides over towards this position. ZEDKO trying to get through the smoke. Good for 1. Traded out by Oskar, putting it into a 4-on-3. Innocent tack down very low. Definitely in trouble now as Kylar sits towards the top of balcony. As the aggression gets ready to catch him out, he is going to have to desperately attempt to hold. The smoke goes down, forcing him into an even tougher position now. His aggression allows him to shut down the first. There's a trade onto the second. It's all onto Shock in a 1 versus 3. He's caught out by every single member. Innocent able to cement it.
Full investment in the next as well. The only player strapped for cash would be Oskar. Look at this aggression right now. Oskar does find that opening pick, but K push right up.
Let's see if K is going to be able to cement this as he pushes forward. And as he tries to catch out the initial man, let's see what he can hope to do next. Oskar, good for the first trade. Is it there? And, well, just like that, it falls into a 3-on-2. Snax and Innocent, last 2 members left standing. What else can they hope to do from here? Over towards Apps. If Snax to shut down Shock in this 2-on-2, what...
A lot of damage dealt here onto Innocent as well. He's actually burning in the fire. I didn't realize that fire had encroached on him. It was either swing wide or stay on that angle, try and take the shots and go down with his ship. And as he did so, it all falls onto Snax here. 46 points of health, the 2 versus 1. That's a great nade. Forces beastik away, but he has to try and retake this site, and he hasn't really got the tools to do so anymore. Needs to hit the shots. And he's got so many angles to clear. ZEDKO is going to swing from banana.
comes from.
Well, not too much to work with here for Anonymo. Despite the fact they're on a full investment, there's not too much.
So they push forward again. There's K, good for 1. ZEDKO instantly there to trade. So there's the opening. If he can capitalize off this element of surprise, then Sinners are going to be in a lot of trouble. Of course, we have Shock pushing into him, and mynio shuts him down. There's the bomb as well. ZEDKO eventually gets out on top. Good for another. It's a back and forth, though.
We'll have to wait and see. As Sinners, they go for a buy, but there's no AWP available. AK's all round.
The attack comes through. Oskar is able to shut down K. Oh, this Anonymo. A really scary spot for them as they get ready for a hit up from B. They're ready to push forward and take an engagement, but Innocent, that's a tough point. And with that, it's a position in which we see Anonymo desperately try to hold firm. NEOFRAG, nice opening onto mynio. Kylar there to trade. CT to make sure that Anonymo can't even consider a push. And with that. Sinners with a couple of members fanned out around the map. The molly on new box is perfect, but they're unable to punish it as Oscar's good for one. Nade damage is great and all that, but it's unpunishable as Kylar swings wide. Oscar shuts him down. It's all on to Witness sitting in a 1v3, and he just runs. By Anonymo, they lose that potential to take the lead, and instead, Sinners, even though it's close, they still inch themselves further forward, but every time they do so, Anonymo, I quite enjoy it, to be honest. I like a fast strat.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's like, shows that people are hyped, I suppose. But when it's just the same people spamming the same really long message, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that helps anybody.
Is that meant to be the Anonymo, like, subscriber badge? But they haven't actually bought the subscriber badge, it's just saying what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right.
1 versus 4. And this is a really nice turnaround from Anonymo. No way that Oscar can even save that. Or brilliant shot there from Snax.
That entire time you were talking, I'd braced myself and then just didn't sneeze. I'm disappointed, frankly. In this first half, the smokes go down. It's a foot execution towards this B site. As the push goes forward, let's see who's able to come out on top. mynio shuts down beastik. ZEDKO to trade instantly through the smoke. mynio's able to double down though. Set the site. K good for one. Over in CT, ZEDKO's able to cement it though, but ZEDKO is alone in a 1v3. He's good for a second. Now we'll make that a 1v2. Let's see who's able to really hold firm now, as he's got players pushing from both CT. He's got a player in Emo to worry about as well. It'll be a bait and switch should he fight. Kylar finishes the job. That's 8-7 to it.
Even if it's not like a major issue, it's still just something that at a competitive level you certainly don't want. Brilliant opening headshot there from Kylar. beastik finds a
win. As they do so, they realize they absolutely have. Follow progression comes through now, and for these members over on Sinners, what can they hope to do? Well, Kylar, there's the opening to shut down one of these members. Kylar able to double down, make that 3 from Kylar, putting it all on to beastik. 1 versus 4, pushing forward, and Kylar just...
And right now, these Desert Eagles from Sinners, I definitely don't want to count them out, I'll be honest. They could definitely do some serious damage right here. However, Anonymo, they've got off.
The set piece goes down, mollies go flying, ZEDKO dives through that smoke, takes a bit of damage here or there, and at the top of the smoke, he's even able to shut down Kylar. That's an opening he'll be very proud of. beastik able to ring through as well. beastik, good for another before he's finished off, but for Sinners, they win the full spot.
Here, trying to see what's going on this B site, and if he can maybe sell a little bit of a convincing fake, he will drop to NEOFRAG, but now this is going to be the execution onto the A site with 20 seconds left. I can't help but feel that Anonymo have timed themselves out here.
Well, as aggression comes through, ZEDKO got Shock to assist him. Shock able to double down, and those 2 kills from Shock, that was all that's required. K over from Long. Sure, he's good for 1, but he's out of time. 7 seconds left of the round, and with Oscar finishing off Snax, K backs away, he holds firm, and for Anonymo, that was a kind of rough strat there, Josh. It didn't really work out for them. So let's go down towards Long to try and keep them back. And as they do so, it's an exchange of nades towards Banana. Fully blind beastik, good for 1. mynio to fall. The flip side, though, Snax also takes a fair bit of damage as we see Anonymo push their way forward. Oscar through the smoke misses the shot as they get ready to push up from short. But it looks like we will have the defensive Shock to rely on. And shall I tell you what, Josh, Shock happens to be pretty good at holding this site. Molly's land around him. Kylar's able to trade. Innocent able to get the next say in the matter, and suddenly Anonymo may have been able to get a grip on things. ZEDKO backside, good for 1. Make that 2. Make that 3 as Sinners.
Have that element of surprise. Certainly didn't surprise Shock. He was ready and waiting to hit that headshot. Now 14, potentially about to be 15 here. Snax does find that big kill, gives them the man advantage. And as K creeps his way up, ZEDKO might be able to bring it back into a 3 versus 3. Surely would have heard him at this point, but look at that. That's a real from K.
Beautiful shot from him, leaving Shock in a 1 versus 3. And as he pushes forward, what else can he be able to do from here? I worry that it might just be a matter of trying to do damage. And while he was able to 2v3,
kind of taken them a fair bit of time to actually kind of recover this and get to this point where they're able to put a round on the board.
He just tries to push off the back of this, actually, as he pushes forward. Doesn't quite kill anyone just yet. He takes a lot of damage, and K, there's the opening. ZEDKO, he falls through the smoke. Follow-up aggression, though, fully blind to NEOFRAG, and as the swing goes forward, Snax bold, to say the least, as he pushes forward like that. On the other side of Long, Shock, he's ready for Innocent. He shuts him down, and once again, Anonymo go for a lurk play that really hasn't worked for them. As Anonymo have to push towards the safe site, they run into Oscar. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to take back everything I just said. Sinners, they're looking pretty damn strong right now, Josh.
I'm really not sure what Innocent's doing there. They've They've taken a man advantage. Snax has gone for a really ballsy play. It's not paid off, but it's still have a decent loss bonus to work with. They'll need 5 consecutive rounds just to take it to overtime.
Kylar, as he pushes forward, beastik's there to finish the job, and for Sinners,
for longer. And with 30 seconds on this clock, this is where these 3 incendiaries really come into play. If they can buy down this time even further, this would be huge. With oskar finding that opening, there's that incendiary. beastik's going to take one more as they burst onto the site. They are seriously running out of time here, KRIMZ.
Well, out of time, out of luck, and just like that.
But just as a premise, we're not allowed to bet. I think we'd get in trouble with our employers if we bet on any of these games. So we're definitely not betting. However,
Not trying to get out from secret. Takes a bit of damage as he does so, but as he pushes forward towards the other side of red, we'll hear the aggression come towards him. It's a mass rush towards outside from Anonymo. They lose the player in the process as they try to cross, and with players continuing to fight them, ZEDKO continuing to go huge now. He's just tapping them down, and as he continues to try and shut them down, Anonymo, they've been unable to get into secret. ZEDKO just continuing to do damage, and even though it's body shots, it's cumulative. And as beastik finishes the last man, it's all on Kylar. Caught out by oskar. Sinners open with a
pull out that AWP early on. And now that Anonymo are on the AKs off the back of the eco in the last, they've actually got to deal with his AWP. beastik trying to get aggressive with that MP5, but with oskar getting the trade pushed up ramp, he's got the MP9 close to support him. It's not a bad start. 1-for-1 trade, 4 versus 4. NEOFRAG does get caught out by mynio though. No one's watching outside or that garage area.
And with that man advantage, Anonymo looks to capitalize on it with this hit towards the A site. ZEDKO ready for a flank. None comes, though, instead. As the plant goes down on A, the only man to worry about is actually K, who's going to have to push all the way around towards secret. Innocent, he's going to be sat towards the other side of this position. mynio pushing forward towards outside, shuts down oskar with heaven control as well for Sinners. Retaking the site's going to be almost impossible. Snax just cements that. Times have only lost twice, and those are against AGF and Complexity. I consider a loss to Complexity. That's definitely not something you can do in response. 2 players push towards outside, and as they do so, oskar spots them out. He's tagged down and killed by mynio, though. That should warn the remaining. Boy, is he patient. And as he tries to catch out these members, instead, the push from Anonymo will come towards heaven. 15 seconds remaining. beastik good for 1. Innocent there to trade. Follow-up aggression as K shuts them down for NEOFRAG. Good for 2 there before K finishes the job. With 5 seconds left, is the plant in time? Yes, it is. For Anonymo, they put Shock into a 1 versus 2, a situation in which he actually has a pretty good win rate in. Over this series, I think he's won 2 against these players on Inferno. And well, there's the opening. 1v1 now against K. Looks like Shock is feeling hungry for it. He's got a kit. He's got flashes to assist. Now he needs to figure out what K does next.
Well, he's low on health, but as you say, the kid and the flashes definitely give him a little bit of an advantage here. It's just not expecting K on
this. A even matchup on either side, and well, there's Anonymo get ready for the hit towards the A site. Set piece goes down, execution to follow, and as the flashes go through, Kylar opens up with a kill onto beastik. Follow up is players towards heaven trying to hold. NEOFRAG good for 1. mynio get the next stay in the matter. Over through the smoke, it's ZEDKO, mynio, and oskar all chiming in, putting us into this 2-on-2. Back to go down towards heaven. Shock. He's not quite able to swing wide just yet, though. Instead, as mynio plants, he reloads over towards Tetris. He's caught out by Shock. Into the 1v1 now. Snax hiding center site. He's kind of hiding in plain sight now as oskar peeks into him. oskar with a beautiful shot. And just like that.
Games from heaven, but a beautiful shot there from oskar. Brings us back 3-3. And look at that. Trading evenly, no AWP, but out of choice, not out of necessity, as Snax did have enough to buy one. Sinners, they've got an AWP of their own, but they've also got a FAMAS and an MP9 in play.
They push forward. They come able to do the odd bit of damage to these initial members, and well, with ZEDKO, there's a kill onto Snax. There's the opening into a 5-on-3. They've got Anonymo who look to hold firm. K position towards vents, ready to catch out some members wherever possible. But for Sinners, what on earth can they do in the response? As they push forward, Anonymo desperately trying to hide and desperately trying to catch out these members. NEOFRAG through the smoke shuts down Innocent. All the players to peek into him. Kylar, the first one to oblige him with this peek. Pushes forward. oskar timing. Oh, yes, he was backing away. He stinks, but he still kills him nonetheless. K alone in a 1v5. Pushes wide. oskar double.
Any damage. Really incredible stuff. If Sinners can pull this off while keeping this MP9 and FAMAS in play, this would be incredible. ZEDKO previously found 2 kills with that.
Pushes forward. He's going to the remaining members of Anonymo to hold firm. beastik ready to hold. There's Shock good for the first. And as he catches him out, this leaves us in a 4-on-4 in which Shock, he's going to look to capitalize again. Teasing himself around the corner. beastik shuts down mynio. Snax there to trade into a 3-on-3. And for the members of Innocent, what can he do next? There's Shock onto Kylar. There's the opening. He's ready for Innocent now. The last man of standing. Then a 1-on-3. Little does he know, Oscar, he's ready to even the vent dive at this point. Innocent, he doesn't realize he's trapped, but he most certainly is. Nice shot onto Shock there. We'll try to double down on the NEOFRAG. That he does, and he may have heard Oscar. Certainly. Oscar, he's able to dive down those vents himself. He makes a bit of noise. He knows so well he can take an aim duel, but as he does so, bomb goes down. Innocent shows himself. Oscar with a beautiful shot, though. And for Sinners, that'll be 6.
Initially throwing that molly on the bomb, wrapping around to Hut. It was such a smart play. Innocent responded to it with an even smarter one of his own to wrap around to B. Oscar, yeah.
As like a 13-year-old kid, like, that made my night. Because if it isn't a song, that means you can swear.
Exactly, yeah.
Forward. We see Anonymo more than happy to push forward and just try to take this duel. Shock. He's caught out by K. There's the opening. And with that, let's see what Sinners can hope to do now. 2 men down. Aggression comes through. Is there a trade on to these members? And well, not quite yet. There's a trigger discipline from beastik. 2 quick kills there. He cancels out the bomb planter. Kylar and NEOFRAG exchange.
Huge play. And now in the 2-on-2, somehow Anonymo have got to try and get this done. The bomb, it's down, it's been retrieved, but they really have to commit to this B site. There's no escape for them as they have no control on A, and NEOFRAG just sitting on the reactor, ready to try and deny this plant. He hears the steps, he's dancing around it, but no, apparently he doesn't hear the steps, and Key's able to take him down.
Anonymo get ready for the initial attack. You can see some mollies going down towards ramp. It should force him into a tough spot. ZEDKO, he's tagged down fairly low to get things underway. And ZEDKO is even able to come out on top, shutting down K. There's the opening that they're after. Now on the flip side, let's see what they can hope to do in this 4-on-5. Of course, with aggression from ZEDKO, let's see what he can do in secret. Just ready for the initial assault. Not quite able to stop them just yet, though. Instead, the Sinners move forward. Oskar shuts down Innocent. There's the opening. And on the flip side, as Oscar's able to double down there, eventually the molly will finish him off.
Maybe they could go for some kind of investment in the next off of the back of some loss bonus. He's being hunted by ZEDKO, though, and ZEDKO, he's on the perfect angle, knows exactly what's up that they're fairly happy with.
NEOFRAG pushing forward towards Hut now. He's going to try and take this duel with Kylar. Shuts him off. Beautiful opening there. He's even able to double down onto Snax. So that is something to be proud of. Outside, we've got Oscar shutting down mynio. And with that, Innocent, he'll push forward. He'll let's try and catch out this initial man, as will K. Eventually he shuts down Oscar, but I can't help but feel like this is all silver linings at this point. It's down to Innocent, caught out by beastik, and for Sinners.
Went the absolute distance. It went 3 maps. It went to an overtime in the last. It was so difficult, and not so difficult, so lengthy, of course. And now we saw a 2-0. We're looking down the barrel of another potential 2-0. It seems like we might have been rumbled there as well. People are better not say it. Yeah, maybe someone's maybe they're bad words. Oh. I think they're being mean to us again. Yeah,
it's not very nice. Well, towards outside, Innocent shot. That's a beautiful shot. Shock's taken down. And just like that, we have the next couple of members, both beastik and Oscar, in a 2 versus 4. Let's see who's able to come out on top with this aggression. And for beastik, aggressing into Innocent. Does he clear him? No, he doesn't. He'll be quickly killed. That he is summarily executed. Frostgrid a 1v4. He doesn't have much hope here, especially with players above him. The second he goes up that ladder, he's as good as dead. Luckily for him, though, no one's really peeking him apart from the outside player, who he spots out. This is weird. This is like a weird hybrid flank where I guess this works, but it also really doesn't. He shuts down mynio. There's the first of what could potentially be 3. Pushes forward. Little does no Kylar's on the close angle as well. Nice shot there onto Snax, though. Fully blinded. He's going to deploy that molly himself, but there's no way he expects the players to be up on heaven. mynio gives his position away. Doesn't have to. Kylar finishes the job.
Toward B to get us started, and let's see if the Glocks can prevail.
The aggression comes through. ZEDKO, what can he hope to do now? But a damage done either way. mynio good for 1 NEOFRAG there to trade. NEOFRAG continuing this aggression towards B, and he shuts down Innocent as well. There's the opening thereafter. The bomb site secured. However, K, he's going to try and make sure that it isn't held. As he pushes forward, there's the bomb to fall. It falls at the feet of his teammates, though, so I guess it kind of helps him. But Snax able to double down as well, puts it into a 2-on-2. And with K finding the next player, it puts beastik in a 1 versus 2. Good for the first, shifting forward. And both members just dancing around each other without realizing that they've actually caught one another off. And, well, as the aggression goes through, beastik wins the 1v2. For Sinners, that's 11.
In Switzerland actually went and worked this event, and they won it. They won it quite convincingly as well, beating Lil Mix in the finals. So, I mean, to say they're onliners, I'd love. Well, I think it was called like Svenska series or something along those lines. Well, they got a big trophy there as well. So I think they've had a couple of good LAN results.
Well, as they push forward, this is a really nice opening for Anonymo. As they try to catch out the initial players, Of course, they pull through, and for these next couple of members of Sinners, let's see what they can hope to do. As aggression comes through, NEOFRAG shuts down Innocent. There's an opening, and into a 3-on-3. Let's see what they can do next. As for Kylar, he again positions himself on Squeaky, ready for the attack. Snax, good for the first. Molly down into Cubby, really forces these players out of position now, and just like that, Anonymo, there we see that site really well there.
Yeah, really, really strong stuff. That's a great retake. And a good lifeline to hold on to as well. Really, really brilliant stuff. We see 13-6. Anonymo
take that much damage instead. We see Anonymo ready to defend what will be an outside take now. Straight execution. K good for the first. That's twice now. K is hit that straight execution and shut it down. As the flashbangs go out, K, he sits back. He hides behind red. As the push goes through, let's see what the next follow-up is. NEOFRAG, he's taken down. On the flip side, it falls into the remaining couple of members to hold firm. There's Oscar good for another. Through the smoke, can't quite hold firm, and with that, it falls into a 2-on-4. Zyla, the top of Silo, is going to force Shock away. And I tell you what, Josh, these Sinners, they've got to go down to a what will either be an eco or a...
Things possible at this point. Shock, oh, as he creeps down, Mynio is just below him. There's a sheet of metal that separates these two guys, and as Shock creeps down the line. Actual Angels to do the physical damage. Look at this position from Snax, though. That's huge. That's such a big kill. The fact that he should be able to get away untraded.
Forward, he'll be able to duel towards these members on ramp, and as aggression comes back out from Secret, there's beastik to equalize. K to fall, and now Sinners in a...
Side Innocent tucked up against this wall. It's a bit of an off angle. It's often overlooked, but Oscar, he's going to peek right into it. Such a good read. He's always just got such a read on the situation at all times. A couple of good kills come in from Kylar, but as the trades come through, beastik drops. It's all on NEOFRAG, a 2-on-1. No Snax' position, unaware of the final, but he's down in the vents. I think he might have made noise now, but it doesn't matter. NEOFRAG, he's taken out by...
Anonymo, they're really looking... They've really found their rhythm here. beastik shifting through the smoke, though. Might have some timing on Innocent. He's able to get past. As Kylar, he lines up a quick kill. It's just a slaughter on Anonymo's behalf. And for Oscar, what can he do from here? beastik, his flank is just too slow. If that had landed in time, that would have been amazing. But he's just too slow, and he's punished for it. Sinners now, they are 13-11 down. And for Oscar, he just needs to back away and save this all. Anonymo, not even a single player takes damage there. mynio, I think he damages himself there, but that's it.
He'll be above 10k. A few of his teammates will be on or above it as well. Mynio, he's got tons of cash behind him. Oscar does catch out another man, though. 1-on-3 with 40 seconds left to tick. I don't think Anonymo are going to fight anymore. There we go. Smoke goes up, and Mynio's actually able to take
towards the other side of Garage. He's acutely aware that push is about to come his way. As they look to swing together, beastik will drop down. They peek into the AWP. Snax good for one. The trade...
Only if Sinners are successful on their take outside or down Secret onto B. Not being able to trade onto Snax adds complications, and walking...
Unless Sinners can have a hero player that maybe opens it up, and then they just kind of snowball from there. Reality is, just nothing has worked. Oscar, he shuts down. So worried for Sinners now. I actually think Anonymo win this round and we'll go to a third. I'm convinced we will.
I think it's definitely... They won't have too much money to work with. If they do win it, I actually think we go to overtime.
You think?
Yeah, why not?
Well, it's a back and forth as Shock opens up everything, and, well, it's been a while since we've seen a hero play from Sinners. Unfortunately, as K makes it a man up with a player on the flank already, I doubt we will see a hero play. Oscar left in a 1v3, good for Wells. As the molly goes down, this should allow Oscar to get a plant, at least they won't see him in the fumes, but luckily for him, he's even able to get away. No, never mind, he won't. That single door will open, he spots out both members, good for one, traded out by K. Anonymo hit 15, and I tell you what, Josh, Sinners, they've just failed here on the kind of latter stages of Nuke.
The way that Anonymo coordinate that day between Endpoint and Sangle, then make sure you head over to Parimatch to do so. The banner down below, of course, if you click on it, you get that first time deposit bonus. Mynio, he's found himself an early headshot onto beastik, and Anonymo, if they can close out this round, they will take it to a third. It will be a brilliant comeback and amazing recovery.
Shock already on low HP as well, means he's at a tough angle, and as we see some aggression come through, let's see just what could happen from Cape shutting down Shock, keeps Cinnamon up, forward, he should hard clear Secret as he does so. Does he do so? No, he doesn't. Instead, Innocent finishes the job, is down to a 2-on-5, and for Sinners, they've just been dismantled. NEOFRAG eventually finds a kill, but this isn't the Sinners that we saw in the early game, and frankly, Anonymo, they've recovered this beautifully.
Yeah, it's not the Sinners we saw on Inferno. It's not the Sinners that we saw on the CT side here of Nuke. And now NEOFRAG left in a 1-on-4. Can't connect onto the first. That's mynio gone. Bomb in hand. 15 seconds on this clock. He's going to dart onto the site and try and plant it. We're looking at the wrong man right now, but I think this will certainly be denied. He has to try and clear out both players. Does connect the leg onto Kylar. Lots of talent left in here. And ZEDKO, here we go. Here's that B anchor. This time he's dinked though, but big headshot before he drops.
Zally stacks up, we got the next say on the matter, pushing forward, bomb planted, numbers pushed in as Anonymo, they get things underway. On the flip side, as that bomb goes down, follow-up aggression comes through as mynio shuts down beastik. Shot good for one, shot good for two there, three quick kills there, forcing K into a 1 versus 3. He's caught out by Oskar, and for Sinners, that is a very well-recovered round.
That was so crisp. Oh, that was
possible. On the CT side, they just have to hold. They just have to hold firm. Because Sinners, they actually struggle a fair bit on their T side, sorry. As aggression comes through, NEOFRAG good for 2 of his own. And for these last couple of members, what on earth do they do next?
Well, from what we've seen so far, Sinners are looking to try and take a fair share of rounds here. Nice trade there from Kylar. 3 versus 2, definitely winnable for either side. But Oskar, as he's got the timing, he's like the only player that I see at this level buy an MP5. He buys it consistently as well. We've seen it a couple of times throughout this series, and we've seen it a few times.
This is the odd flash here or there, and well for ZEDKO, that's an opening. He spots them out. He allows Shock to push forward. Shock damaging 2, Shock killing 2 there, even better. This allows ZEDKO to have a snipe of his own, and of course ZEDKO, he's this man who his playstyle just works. It just works holding the B site. He spots out the first, drops that smoke, because he's quite a reserved player. It works perfectly for playing defensive, and as we see both Innocent and K making their way forward, ZEDKO there for another. Pushes forward, Innocent also caught out as ZEDKO, he holds firm. The nade doesn't quite do so, neither does the molly. NEOFRAG is hightailing it out of there. Instead as aggression goes through, beastik good for 1, mynio instantly there on the trade into a 4-on-4.
Be very careful right now. Oskar, he's the man aggressing here towards Ali with that M4. Look at this boost, the AWPer on this hybrid angle as Oscar's able to spray away for 2. The AWP can't spot anything. The nade should do some damage, not too much though. As mynio finds the headshot, he's going to be able to retract, fall away from this one, play the 2-on-2. And now Shock and ZEDKO need to try and wiggle their way back in.
ZEDKO pushes his way forward. He's ready for Innocent, the initial man on the angle. Innocent, though, 2 quick kills. And I think that was the
out of this side. He isn't expected to be putting up the big numbers. He is kind of always towards the bottom, but he has that impact elsewhere. As we see the initial kill come through, big spray down there from NEOFRAG. Only good for 1, but Oscar's there to support him. And here we go, 3-on-3 once again.
It's the damage really that through there rather than the fact he only killed 1. We see that plant go down. ZEDKO on the close angle. Not quite able to punish it just yet though, but as mollies go down, this should force Kylar back and straight into the weighty arms of ZEDKO, who spots him running away into a 3-on-2 with his remaining members of Anonymo. This is now where things get scary. Innocent, he needs to try and aggress, but in doing so, he'll be swinging straight into an AWP who's ready for him. Oskar ready to deploy the flash to get his teammates forward. That it does. Flash goes out, swing goes forward, and as they see that this site is relatively clear, Oskar good for 1, ZEDKO good for another, Sinners with 6, and Anonymo with a very bad buy ahead.
Well, as that defuse comes in, surprised that ZEDKO doesn't have a kit here, but either way, he's got more than enough time on that defuse, so he'll be able to take it, he'll be able to upgrade last round and win the round prior. However, no AWP available here on Snax, and limited utility here and there. Good opening kill there on Neo.
Let's say, I understand why he's blinded, but moving forward, beastik. Let's catch out the initial man. K ready for him though, shuts him down. Trade by Shock, mynio to finish, and in a
bomb around, but he's indecisive right now. Sinners, they've still got control of both bomb sites. He really doesn't know where to go with this C4. As the kill comes through from Innocent, it seems like he's going to be the final destination, but if Oskar can find both here, then he could deny this plant. The flank's coming in to try and eliminate him. I don't think there's time for this bomb to wrap around. In fact, no. The bomb has got time to wrap around to B. The bomb was already on its way to B. I thought that initial gunfight he took there on ramp.
For Anonymo, they get ready to push forward.
I love this 3-man boost. Oh, the flash. The fact that NEOFRAG's committing to this and stayed on the angle is insane. But he doesn't spot out the man that's walked up. He's not spotted himself either, so he's just going to stay on this angle as K starts to walk up once again. Surely NEOFRAG spots him now. There we go. Free kill for them. Now they can drop off of this.
It's his duel to win. And as the molly goes down, this won't deter Anonymo from shifting forward. Kylar in the molly, he'll fall. Is even able to double down as mynio can try to trade. And the deagle in kind can't finish the job.
mynio should be expecting someone here, but look at the rotations. They've already wrapped around. Here on Vertigo, the CTs can bounce between the two bomb sites so quickly. Snax, he's able to find that one, but ZEDKO's there to pick it up on the trade instantly. Now just needs to win the one-on-one against mynio, and mynio, he just can't do it. Tucked behind the box, can't win the duels. ZEDKO swapping out to the guns just before he jumps on that defuse, but with 3 kills to his name in the round, that's huge. Sinners, it's going to be 7, and Anonymo, whilst they're able to get the bomb plant, they can't take the round with it. I think we're going to see another buy here, given the fact that mynio's on 7.
From these members means that they kind of take the attention away from Oskar, but he's still not seen anyone yet. Eventually, he finds Kylar. He'll shut him down. No trade yet, though. As Snax pushes forward, he hard clears the site. He gets ready for a follow-up bit of aggression. Shock with that Famas tags him down as he goes for top site. Follow-up flash goes through, though. They push forward. mynio spotted out. Oskar rings out a shot. He's ready for the aggression, but beastik's there to finish the job onto mynio. Now with a bomb in no man's land, what else can these members do? Aggression from Oskar. He spots out K. He's ready for the aggression of Innocent, though, but beastik's there for the remainder. ZEDKO finishes the job. And
is going to be relayed to his teammates, and Sinners, they should be able to stack up in preparation for what is surely going to be an A hit. Oskar does over-aggress there.
Looks of it, beastik fully blind, doesn't ring out a shot, instead he goes straight through it nonetheless though, pushing forward, ready for Innocent, shuts him down. It's an absolute beautiful to and fro, but nonetheless though, K able to double down, pushes it onto Shock and ZEDKO. 2 on 3. Aggression on Shock means that he spots out both members. Good for the first. Kylar ready to swing into him. mynio, he's able to get his teammate elsewhere. Kylar, though, he falls now. Shock for the 1v1 against mynio. Ready to push forward, ready to take this duel with the Polish player. Spots him out and gets the kill. For Sinners, that's 10. But for Anonymo, my God, these rounds are getting close for them. They're just not enough.
Do you remember the man as well, last map, and especially on Inferno, that was making the big, really awesome 10-2 Anonymo off the back of the bomb plant.
And this obviously they play sandbag, something that they've realized Anonymo don't really molly it. He realizes that Anonymo, the likelihood is they're probably fairly tilted and the decision making may be skewed. However, that doesn't stop them from mollying sandbags. So Innocent shuts him down. Instead, rather than backing away too far, he gets ready for further aggression. Nades stand around him. He's going forward. He spots out the heads. Catches that 1. Tries to double down. Make that 2. Make that 3 with a beautiful spray transfer there.
He's got the sight, but Oskar up close. He doesn't really have the right tool for the job. He's got the AWP here, but I think he might just have the timing, and he absolutely does. Swing comes out. Or any of the awesome games that we've got going on tomorrow, then make sure you head over to Parimash to do so. They're our trusted partners for this event. Check that banner down below. Get that first-time deposit bonus, and let's get back into the round, because this is about to be 13 here for Sinners.
And it will be Kylar and Innocent, the last 2 members left standing in a very uncomfortable spot as they move forward. Let's.Zoo's able to really cement this victory, and as Innocent pushes forward towards B, he's ready for ZEDKO. Can he catch him out? No, he can't. ZEDKO, even when he's taking an unfavorable fight, he still comes out on top. Kylar, the last man left standing, 1 versus 5. He flashes his way towards ramp, but to what avail? He's swung by every single member. Oskar shuts him down. Sinners, they need 13 to...
Shock guy, I would agree with that. The MVP of this map, and probably the series as a whole as well.
Yeah, I think it's just clutching ability is nuts right now. mynio, he shuts down beastik, that helps, but Oskar and Shock, you know, our MVP, have both traded beautifully into a 4-on-3 now. Snax, center site, they'll try to follow through, but can he catch out these members? Pushing forward, trying to come ahead and really pull through. As he spots out the first man, Shock, he's taken down. On the flip side, though, Innocent there to assist. Oskar to trade, and for NEOFRAG now, as he pushes forward, he tries to catch out these members. A bit of damage done, as Innocent is tagged down really low now. Shifting through the smoke, he goes for aggression, and NEOFRAG taken down. Innocent's good to double down, just like that. Anonymo.
A force buy with no bomb plant, though. There's not too much behind it. Oh, a little bit of damage dealt. Snax comes out on top in that duel, though. Doesn't actually...
As they push forward, NEOFRAG, what on earth can he hope to do? Rings out a few shots through the smoke, trying to catch out some of his initial members. Snax pressuring down Shock is able to come out on top, and I think from here, this is where Sinners really stagnate, and this is where Anonymo are able to get a spree of rounds, but spree of rounds to what avail? I think it will only be about, you know, maybe they get up to about 7 or 8 before Sinners try and close it out, but that might not even get that far if the NEOFRAG shuts down in K, actually.
It's pretty much round over. MP9 dropped over to Oskar, who's got a little bit more health. NEOFRAG's going to go for this initial duel. Hits the 1D. Now Innocent, the only defender on this site. Oscar's going to go into alley to try and fight him. Gets the headshot. And Sinners, what a ridiculous round for them to snatch back.
Kylar, the last man left standing in a one, backs down NEOFRAG, but he gives his position away in the process, and as he attempts to push forward, Oskar spots him out. Bit of damage done to him now, only 8 HP remains.
I was worried he was going to fall off the map there, but he does carry across that from Mass for now. ZEDKO, always spotted him, takes the damage, can't seem to hit a single shot. NEOFRAG survives them playing for overtime. That would be absolutely nuts. I think this is probably the beginning of the end here for the Polish side as Sinners. They're just tearing through again. Brilliant openings.
ZEDKO is good initial member wherever possible. Still hasn't quite done so just yet, though, as he tries to force him into a tough spot. Good for one, traded out by Kylar, but he's a low HP member and elsewhere.
Able to walk right in with beastik's advanced position. They can deploy all of this utility. I don't think they're going to expect, with that smoke going down as well, it's almost like a little bit of a fake. They're basically trying to bait the fact that beastik isn't aggressed up close here, and they shouldn't be expecting him on this close angle. Kylar coming around, is going to check it, takes the dink, but wins the fight.
mynio able to shut down Oskar as well, gives Anonymo 4. I don't know, Josh. I feel like it's too late. I won't lie.
Yeah, I mean, it would be crazy to kind of hype up a comeback right now. It's possible. Where your morale is as well. What are you playing for right now? I mean, of course, you're not just going to give up. Like, you're playing to bring it back, but right now on this angle, ready to duel with Shock. Anonymo, they've already got the man advantage. Neo just needs to be careful not to over-aggress here. And as he walks right into Shock's crosshair, that is such a huge opening from him. That's going to open the door of mid. And now Kylar needs to be really careful because there's flank potential here from that box position. Shock not even crossing over. He's going to try and cut off Innocent in rotation. Spots out the head. Such a snappy flick. Now going to swing out onto the site. Kylar, he's tucked behind these boxes, but he's going to fall momentarily. And this is surely the round here for Sinners as NEOFRAG cements it further.
It's just decimation, really, and 4. It's now the last man left standing in a 1 versus 3. What on earth can he hope to do now? Was he pushes forward, Sinners? Well, you know what I mean, but we've had breaks, but like a full break.
Yeah, just 10 minutes between each map for all the players to get into the server. Sometimes it equals.
mynio shifting forward, ready for the initial man towards mid. Senade as he does so. He's able to shut down Shock, though, so nice silver lining for him. But for Anonymo, they're still in a rough place. They're still not out of it yet. And as aggression comes through, we see NEOFRAG again just pushing forward, trying to catch out these members where he can. And for Anonymo, what on earth can they do from here? This is a really tough spot for them. And as beastik trades onto mynio, there's really where things get scary. Sure, Anonymo, they take control towards a ramp, but will that allow them to hold this position over on B? I'll see, because flashes are ready. Oskar ready for the set piece. Out go these smokes. NEOFRAG onto Snax is continuing to get kills. NEOFRAG doubles down as well. That's on the flanking members. And for Sinners, they just changed their mind here. They go, actually, I would go towards the other side. As they do just that, Kylar and K, they'll both be locked in rotation. And as they do just that, let's see what they can hope to do. Over in mid, beastik, he shuts down Kylar. It's all down to K, 1 versus 4. As he pushes forward in mid, he can't even do that. He's mullied out of position. And as he just slowly runs away, he's just got to try and take this one duel at a time. But as he does so, beastik will be really just ready for him there. He's caught out. That's Sinners taking